Welcome back to the Coin Lover and Treasure Hunter. Today we are going to talk about some most valuable Lincoln wheat cent coins that could be worth a lot of money. Many people don't realize that a small 1-cent coin from the United States might be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. The Lincoln wheat cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, has become one of the most famous and collectible coins in the world. In this video, we will show you some rare Lincoln wheat pennies, their values, and how you can identify them. So make sure you watch until the end because you might have one of these valuable coins in your collection. Let's get started. First coin. The Lincoln wheat cent from the year 1944, which was produced during the intense period of the Second World War, and this coin represents an important chapter in American coinage history because the United States Mint returned to a bronze composition after the unusual steel cent experiment of 1943, and the coin without a mint mark was struck at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, which traditionally did not place mint marks on cents during that era, and collectors today are fascinated by this coin not only because of its connection to wartime production, but also because millions of people still discover these coins in old jars collections and inherited coin albums, which makes the story of this small copper coin both historical and personal for collectors around the world. The design of the Lincoln wheat cent was created by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln, who served as the 16th President of the United States, and on the front of the coin collectors can see the profile portrait of Lincoln facing to the right along with the motto "In God We Trust" above his head, while the word "Liberty" appears on the left side and the date 1940. Appears on the right side, and when the coin has no mint mark beneath the date, it indicates that the coin was produced in Philadelphia, which was the main mint facility responsible for producing huge numbers of cents for circulation across the nation. On the reverse side of the coin collectors will notice the famous wheat ear design, which is why the coin is commonly called a wheat penny, and the two stylized wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America along with the motto E pluribus unum, and this design symbolized agricultural strength and prosperity, which was an important national value during the early 20th century, and during 1944 the United States was still heavily involved in the global conflict known as the World War II, so coin production had to balance the need for metal resources with the demand for circulating money used by millions of Americans in everyday commerce. The composition of the 1944 wheat penny is another fascinating part of its story because the coin is made primarily from recycled shell casings that have been used in wartime ammunition production, and this bronze alloy generally consisted of 95% copper along with small percentages of tin and zinc, and the government encouraged recycling of military materials so that the metal could be reused for coinage and other civilian needs, and because of this wartime recycling, many collectors enjoy imagining that their 1944 penny might once have been part of military equipment used during the war before being transformed into everyday currency that passed through the hands of countless citizens. When discussing the value of a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, the most important factor is the condition of the coin, which collectors call the grade, and in fine condition the coin shows moderate wear on the high points of the design, while most of the details of Lincoln's haircoat and the wheat ears remain visible and readable, and according to typical coin market estimates, a 1944 Philadelphia wheat penny in fine condition might usually be worth approximately 10 to 50 cents depending on the collector market demand and the exact level of wear, though exceptionally attractive coins with better detail may sell for a few dollars, especially when purchased by collectors who are building complete date sets of wheat pennies. However, the story becomes much more exciting when rare minting errors are involved, because some extremely rare 1944 cents were accidentally struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943, and these unusual coins are considered one of the most famous mint errors in American numismatics, and such pieces have sold for tens of thousands or even more at major auctions organized by institutions such as the Heritage Auctions and the Stack's Bowers Galleries, which shows how a coin that normally circulates with very small value can suddenly become extraordinarily valuable if it possesses a rare production mistake recognized by professional grading services. Collectors also pay attention to subtle variations such as die cracks, doubled letters, and off-center strikes, because these minting anomalies can increase the interest and value of a coin, and many enthusiasts examine their wheat pennies under magnification, hoping to discover a rare feature, and professional grading companies such as the Professional Coin Grading Service and the Numismatic Guarantee Company help authenticate and grade coins so that collectors and investors can buy and sell them with confidence, and coins certified by these organizations are sealed inside protective holders that display the official grade and authenticity information. Another reason why the 1944 wheat penny remains popular among collectors is the enormous mintage that year, because the Philadelphia Mint produced more than 1 billion coins to meet the needs of the American economy during wartime, and despite this huge number, the coin still holds historical charm because it represents everyday life during a dramatic period of world history, and many collectors enjoy assembling complete runs of wheat pennies from 1909 through 1958, which was the final year before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial reverse. For people who inherit jars or rolls of old pennies, the 1944 wheat cent is one of the most frequently encountered dates, and while most examples are common, they still hold nostalgic and educational value, especially for young collectors learning about the history of American money, and many coin enthusiasts recommend preserving such coins in protective holders or albums rather than cleaning them, because cleaning can damage the natural surface of the coin and reduce its collector value, which is an important lesson for anyone beginning a journey into the hobby of numismatics. In conclusion, the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark is a fascinating artifact from wartime America, representing both historical significance and everyday circulation, and although a typical coin in fine condition may only be worth a small amount of money, its true value often lies in the story it carries from the era of World War II and the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait still appears on the cent today. And for collectors, historians, and curious viewers, this humble penny reminds us that even the smallest piece of currency can connect us with important chapters of national history and inspire the excitement of discovery in the world of coin collecting. Next coin. The 1950 Lincoln wheat 1-cent coin without mint mark in uncirculated condition. This coin belongs to the famous Lincoln wheat cent series that was first introduced in the United States in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical person instead of a symbolic figure. The front of the coin shows the portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the words "In God We Trust" at the top, liberty on the left side, and the date 1950 on the right side, while the back of the coin shows two wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the national motto E pluribus unum above them. This classic design remained in circulation until 1958, which makes every coin from this period a part of American numismatic history. And the 1950 issue without mint mark represents a coin produced at the Philadelphia Mint, because coins from that mint traditionally carried no mint mark during that era. The 1950 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark was struck in Philadelphia during a time when the United States economy was growing after World War II, and millions of these coins were produced for daily commerce. The total mintage reached hundreds of millions, which means the coin itself is not extremely rare in circulated grades. However, collectors pay close attention to coins that survived in uncirculated condition, because most coins from that year entered circulation and were worn through daily use. When a coin remains uncirculated, it means it never experienced wear from transactions and still retains its original mint luster, sharp details, and natural surface quality. Such coins are much more desirable for collectors because they represent how the coin looked the moment it left the mint many decades ago. Understanding the composition of the 1950 Lincoln wheat cent is also important for collectors and history enthusiasts. The coin was made primarily of copper with a small percentage of tin and zinc, which created the classic bronze composition used for most Lincoln cents of the era. The weight of the coin is about 3.11 grams, and the diameter is about 19 millimeters. The warm brown copper tone often changes over time depending on how the coin was stored. Some coins remain bright red, while others develop red-brown or full brown color tones, and collectors often classify these color variations using the terms red, red-brown, and brown, with red examples typically being the most valuable when they remain in high-grade, uncirculated condition. When evaluating the value of a 1950 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark, collectors focus strongly on grading, which is the process of determining the physical condition of a coin. Professional grading services examine elements such as surface preservation, strike quality, luster, and eye appeal. Uncirculated coins are usually graded on a scale beginning with mint state 60 and reaching up to mint state 70. The higher the number, the better preserved the coin appears. Coins graded mint state 60 may show small marks or dull luster, while coins graded mint state 65 or higher often display strong shine, clean surfaces, and sharp wheat lines. On the reverse side, extremely high-grade coins approaching mint state 67 or above become much scarcer and therefore command higher collector value. In the modern coin market, the value of a 1950 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark in uncirculated condition usually ranges from a modest collector price to a more impressive premium depending on grade and color. Many common uncirculated examples may sell for only a few dollars because of the large original mintage, yet coins with bright red surfaces, strong luster, and very high mint state grades can reach significantly higher values, sometimes reaching tens or even over $100 when Certified by respected grading companies, the key factor is preservation because the difference between a typical mint state coin and an exceptional gem quality coin can dramatically change its price in auctions and collector sales. Another fascinating aspect of the 1950 Lincoln wheat cent is the connection it has with the everyday life of Americans. During the early 1950s, these coins circulated through grocery stores, bus fares, newspaper stands, and countless daily purchases. Each coin could have passed through thousands of hands before being saved by a collector. Somewhere along the way, some coins were placed into bankrolls by careful individuals who anticipated future collector interest, and those rolls sometimes remained untouched for decades, which is one reason uncirculated coins from that year occasionally appear today still shining with their original mint brilliance. Collectors who search for the 1950 Lincoln wheat cent often examine small details such as strike sharpness and die quality because even common date coins can become valuable when they show exceptional characteristics. The lines on the wheat stalks, the clarity of Lincoln's hair, and the smoothness of the fields around the portrait all contribute to a coin's eye appeal. Some collectors also look for minor die varieties or unusual mint errors, though none are widely famous for this particular year. Still, the possibility of discovering a unique variation keeps the excitement alive for hobbyists who enjoy carefully studying every coin under magnification. The broader Lincoln wheat cent series itself is one of the most beloved areas of coin collecting in the United States because it spans nearly 50 years of history. From 1909 through 1958, collectors often build complete sets by date and mint mark, and the 1950 Philadelphia issue is one of the later coins in that long-running design. Many beginners start their coin collecting journey with Lincoln cents because they are affordable, historically interesting, and widely available. Yet within this simple series there are legendary rarities and highly prized high-grade examples, which keeps experienced collectors engaged as well. If someone discovers a 1950 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark that appears uncirculated, the best step is careful preservation. The coin should never be cleaned because cleaning can permanently damage the natural surface and reduce collector value. Instead, it should be stored in a protective holder such as a coin flip capsule or album designed for long-term storage. Some collectors choose to send their best coins to professional grading services for authentication, grading, and secure encapsulation, which can help establish the coin's market value and make it easier to sell or insure in the future. In conclusion, the 1950 Lincoln wheat 1-cent coin without mint mark represents a small yet meaningful piece of American history, a coin that once moved quietly through the economy of a growing nation and later became an object of fascination for collectors around the world. Its design honors Abraham Lincoln, its copper surface reflects decades of time, and its value depends largely on preservation and collector demand. Whether worth only a few dollars or much more in exceptional condition, the coin reminds us that even the smallest objects can carry stories of art, history, economics, and human curiosity, making the world of coin collecting both educational and endlessly rewarding for anyone who chooses to explore it. Next coin. The year 1953 with the D mint mark, and this video explores history, rarity, design, collecting culture, and market value of this small copper coin that many collectors admire today. The 1953 D Lincoln wheat cent was produced at the Denver Mint in the United States, and it belongs to the long-running Lincoln wheat series that started in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. And collectors around the world study these coins carefully because condition, mint mark, and preservation can strongly influence collector demand and price, and when a coin survives in uncirculated condition, it means the coin never entered daily commerce and still keeps the original mint luster and surface texture that came from the minting press many decades ago, and this makes the coin more attractive for collectors who want examples that look almost the same as the day they were struck in the mint facility. To understand the value of the 1953 D Lincoln wheat cent, it helps to understand the design of the coin. The front side, called the obverse, shows the portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, and the words "In God We Trust" appear above the portrait, and the word "Liberty" appears on the left side, while the date 1953 appears on the right side, and under the date is the small letter D, which shows that the coin was struck in Denver, and the reverse side of the coin shows two wheat ears that curve along the left and right edges, and between them appears the words 1 cent and United States of America, and above that appears the national motto E pluribus unum, and this wheat design remained on the reverse from 1909 until 1958, before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial style. The Denver Mint produced a very large number of 1953 D Lincoln wheat cents, and historical mint records show that more than 700 million coins were struck in that year, which means the coin itself is not extremely rare in basic circulated grades, but rarity changes dramatically when collectors search for coins that remain in uncirculated condition with strong original color and sharp strike details, because most coins were used in everyday transactions and were carried in pockets, jars, and cash registers for many years, and because of this many examples show where marks dull color and small scratches, while a true uncirculated coin still displays bright copper luster across the fields and the high points of the design. Collectors usually grade Lincoln wheat cents on a numerical grading scale used by professional coin grading organizations, and the grades range from poor condition up to perfect mint state, and when a 1953D Lincoln wheat cent is described as uncirculated, it usually falls into the mint state category such as MS60, MS63, MS65, or even higher, and the difference between these grades can significantly influence market value because higher grade coins show fewer contact marks, stronger luster, and sharper visual appeal, and coins graded MS65 or better are often called gem quality, and these pieces are especially popular among collectors who build high-quality registry collections. Another factor that influences the value of the 1953D Lincoln wheat cent is the color designation used by collectors because copper coins slowly change color through time and exposure to air and environment, and a freshly minted copper coin displays a bright orange-red surface which collectors describe as red, and as years pass the coin can become red-brown and eventually brown, and coins that keep full red color for many decades are harder to find because copper naturally tones and darkens, and because of this, a 1953D Lincoln wheat cent graded mint state with full red color often sells for more money than the same coin graded mint state brown. Market prices for this coin can vary depending on condition and color, but general collector price ranges can be explained in simple terms. An average uncirculated 1953D Lincoln wheat cent with some marks might sell for a small amount such as a few dollars, while a higher grade example with strong luster and better preservation may sell for tens of dollars, and when collectors discover coins graded at the gem level with bright red color and very clean surfaces, auction prices can climb even higher because advanced collectors compete to obtain the finest examples for their sets. Professional coin grading services also play an important role in the modern coin market, and many collectors send their coins to grading companies so that experts can authenticate, grade, and encapsulate the coins in protective holders, and this process gives buyers confidence that the coin is genuine and accurately graded, and when a 1953D Lincoln wheat cent is certified by a respected grading service, it often becomes easier to sell and can sometimes bring a higher market value because collectors trust the independent evaluation. The historical context of the early 1950s also adds an interesting layer to the story of this coin because during that period the United States economy was expanding after the end of the Second World War, and coin production remained high to support growing commerce and everyday transactions across the country, and millions of Lincoln cents moved through bank stores and households, and many people saved small numbers of coins in jars or drawers, which is one reason why some uncirculated examples survived even though the majority entered circulation and gradually wore down with use. For new collectors, the 1953D Lincoln wheat cent is often considered a good beginner coin because it is affordable, widely available, and connected to one of the most famous coin series in American history, and collectors can learn about grading, color design, varieties, and mint marks while searching for high-quality examples, and many hobbyists enjoy examining rolls of old cents or inherited coin collections, hoping to discover bright, uncirculated coins that still display the warm red copper shine that reflects light beautifully across the wheat ears and the portrait of Lincoln. In conclusion, the Lincoln wheat 1-cent coin from 1953 with the D mint mark represents a fascinating combination of American history, minting craftsmanship, and collecting tradition, and even though the coin was produced in large numbers, its value and appeal grow when it survives in uncirculated condition with strong luster, sharp details, and original red color, and for collectors each coin becomes a small-time capsule from the mid-20th century, and studying these coins can teach history, economics, and the art of preservation, and this is why the 1953D Lincoln wheat cent continues to capture the attention of coin enthusiasts, collectors, historians, and treasure hunters around the world. Next coin. The 1956D Lincoln wheat 1-cent coin, where collectors, history lovers, and curious viewers explore the story behind a small copper coin that carries decades of American heritage in your hand today. This video shares the history, the design, the rarity, and the collector value of the 1956D Lincoln wheat cent in uncirculated condition. Many people find these coins in old jars, family collections, or inherited boxes, and wonder if the coin might hold real value in the collector's market. The 1956D mint mark tells us the coin was produced in the Denver Mint, and during the mid-20th century millions of these coins entered circulation, yet the uncirculated examples remain preserved by careful collectors, which is why today we study their condition, rarity, and potential value in detail. To understand the value of the 1956D wheat penny, we first need to understand the Lincoln wheat series itself. This design first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, and it became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical figure on the obverse. The front of the coin shows the famous portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse displays two wheat ears. framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing prosperity, growth, and the agricultural roots of the nation. The wheat reverse design continued until 1958, when the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, making the 1956 D coin part of the final years of the classic wheat era, which makes many collectors appreciate it even more. Now let us focus on the meaning of the D Mint mark found just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. This small letter represents the Denver Mint, one of the major coin-producing facilities in the United States. During 1956, the Denver Mint produced more than 1 billion wheat pennies, which means the coin is not rare in circulated grades. However, collectors always pay attention to condition, and this is where the term uncirculated becomes extremely important. An uncirculated coin means the coin never entered daily commerce. It kept its original mint luster, sharp details, and clean surfaces, which can dramatically increase the value compared to worn examples found in pocket change. When collectors evaluate an uncirculated 1956 D wheat penny, they study several key factors, including mint luster, strike quality, color, and surface preservation. Mint luster refers to the natural shine created during the striking process. When the coin was first made, a strong, unbroken luster often indicates the coin was stored carefully for decades. Collectors also examine the color of the copper coin, which may appear red, brown, or brown. Coins that retain a bright red color similar to the day they were minted are considered the most desirable, and they often bring higher prices in the numismatic market, especially when the surfaces show minimal marks or scratches. Another interesting aspect of the 1956 D wheat penny is the possibility of finding high-grade examples graded by professional coin grading services. Collectors often send their coins to grading companies where experts evaluate the condition and assign a grade on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded around mint state 60 to mint state 63 may have minor contact marks, while higher grades such as mint state 65 or above show stronger luster, fewer marks, and sharper details. These high-grade coins can attract strong demand from collectors building complete Lincoln wheat cent sets, especially those who aim for top-quality examples in every year and mint mark. In terms of value, the 1956 D wheat penny in average circulated condition might only be worth a few cents above face value because of the large mintage. However, the story changes when the coin is preserved in uncirculated condition. Coins that still show red color and strong mint state preservation may sell for several dollars, and sometimes significantly more depending on the grade, the color classification, and the certification by professional grading services. The very best examples in extremely high mint state grades can reach higher collector prices at auctions, especially when the coin shows beautiful original surfaces and eye appeal that stands out among other coins of the same year. Collectors also enjoy searching through rolls and old collections, hoping to discover a hidden gem, because even common date coins can become valuable if the condition is exceptional. Many experienced collectors carefully inspect the wheat stalks on the reverse, the lettering of 1 cent, and the fine details in Lincoln's hair and coat line. Sharp details combined with glowing luster can signal that a coin remained untouched for decades, sometimes stored in albums, rolls, or envelopes by collectors who appreciated the series long before modern grading companies and price guides existed. If you own a 1956 D wheat penny and believe it might be uncirculated, the next step is careful handling and proper storage. Always hold the coin by the edges to protect the surfaces from fingerprints, and avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can damage the original surfaces and lower the collector value. Many collectors place coins in protective holders, coin flips, or certified slabs from grading services to preserve the condition for future generations, keeping coins in a dry, stable environment away from moisture and chemicals also helps protect the copper from discoloration over time. The fascination with the Lincoln Wheat Cent series continues today because it connects collectors to American history, everyday life, and the artistry of early 20th century coin design. The 1956 D wheat penny may not be the rarest coin in the series, but it represents the closing chapter of the wheat reverse era, and it offers an affordable entry point for new collectors who want to explore coin collecting without spending large amounts of money. Building a complete wheat cent set from 1909 through 1958 becomes an exciting treasure hunt, and each coin tells a small story about the time in which it was minted. If you enjoy learning about coins, coin values, and hidden treasures in everyday change, then this channel is the perfect place for you. We explore rare coins, historical coins, and valuable discoveries that collectors around the world search for every day. Remember to support the channel by subscribing and following for more detailed coin guides, educational stories, and collector tips, because your support helps us continue creating long, in-depth videos just like this one, where even a small copper penny like the 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Cent can reveal a rich world of history, collecting, and potential value waiting to be discovered by curious collectors like you. Thanks for watching.